here. I'm just chilling. I wanted to get something off my chest a bit because, you know, I'm going to end up putting out another podcast sooner than I expected. And of course, episode 62 is up. And I literally just dropped that on Wednesday. But you guys, I really want to have a discussion, and I'm going to do that on episode 63 of the podcast and talk about this whole fentanyl saga and situation that's going on where there's been a lot of people overdosing due to fentanyl being put in allegedly in the drugs that they're smoking or whatever they're doing. And I'm trying to understand, when will enough be enough when it comes to the drugs in the community, in the black community, and just in the world in general. Because, of course, we're talking about the celebrities that we recently lost. And we lost actually two black actors because of an alleged overdoses from fentanyl. And you guys, something in my spirit just don't feel right and about it. And usually I just try to go on a podcast to talk about it, but I wanted to just give a pre-disclaimer that you guys do, you guys should tune in for the next show because I'm going to go into probably a tangent and discuss this situation because I feel like it's just absolutely getting out of hand at this point. And it's at this point where if you smoke weed, that you don't even want to be picking it up from a drug dealer because at this point marijuana is legal. I know a lot of people are saying, marijuana it's not legal, so we can't do this, and they're locking people up for weed. Da 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 da. Yes, 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 yes. That's true. That's true. But why do we need to keep buying it? I don't smoke marijuana, but I'm just talking about in general. We as a people, and that's including brothers and sisters that do smoke or whatever. Why aren't you trying to learn how to grow your own if it's legal in a legal amount? If you're allowed to grow your own, why aren't you doing so? Or if you know, I don't know, a family member or something, just going somewhere that's safe to purchase marijuana. They have so many different marijuana dispensaries out there that you can legally just go in there and pick up marijuana if you want it in certain states. And most of the states it's legal to smoke marijuana. I don't understand why people are still trying to pick up marijuana from side hustling drug dealers because clearly they don't care, and clearly we're in a epidemic where I guess they just spraying fentanyl on the marijuana and the drugs that they're giving out to people. That's what it just comes off to me like. It just or the cocaine, whatever they're doing, they're giving some bad stuff out to people. And believe me, I don't think anybody should do drugs, but being real, I would say from me seeing how the world operates, I would say about 80 to 85% of the world do drugs. That's just I've been around for a certain amount of time, and I know that a high majority of people, especially within the black community, within Hispanic communities, even within the white community, do drugs. It doesn't matter whether it's marijuana, it doesn't matter if you're popping pills, opioids, whatever, you're doing drugs. And I just feel like for the people in the black community, because most black people, most of their choice of drugs is doing marijuana or recreational use is marijuana or some do cocaine. But my thing is like be careful where you're picking this shit up from because it's like you might not feel like marijuana is doing damage to you, but or causing any harm or whatever you feel. But when you feel like you need more and you need more of a hit and that marijuana isn't hitting, but you don't want to go to the level of being a crackhead, you gonna go to the drug dealer who got that hit that you want. You feel me? And you not understanding why every time I get this person's weed, it just gets me so high. You thinking that, oh, this is some good weed, when in reality you're not getting no good weed. You getting weed with a spray of fentanyl. Now what happens when you smoke fentanyl? What happens when you smoke fentanyl? I'm gonna tell you guys this. It takes this is fentanyl is usually used in surgeries, okay, and it has to be highly monitored when it's given out, okay. They like literally have drip it in a tube for surgery to knock you out while they do major surgeries, okay. And there's people taking this and putting it on marijuana in a substantial amount of it, okay? Literally a drop of water, the size, like I say, fentanyl, the size of a drop of water can make you like overdose and die. So imagine someone getting a pack of marijuana, that's regular marijuana, knowing that they have people that they want to deal the marijuana to, okay? And they know that they have people who's been smoking for 10, 15 years that just doesn't get high anymore, and they're thinking about going to the next drug dealer. What are they going to do next? They're going to add chemicals to it that you don't even know exist. And it seems as if the past 7 years or so, past 10 years, how long has it been since Prince done died? 2016. So I mean, the past 7, 8 years, whatever, it's been fentanyl. Whether it's opioid pills or whatever, or like them spraying it on the marijuana. We've had two people that just died. Was it Farquaad Johnson, a comedian? He just died from a suspected overdose from fentanyl and coke. And now we just lost Michael K. Williams from an alleged overdose from fentanyl and possible heroin. There is a problem. We have a problem. And everybody is excited about the legalization of marijuana, which is nice because I don't want to see people going to jail for a plant. But can we just focus really on smoking that plant and not turn ourselves into dirt, literally, because we're dying due to the fact that we just picking up any old type of weed or any type of weed brownie or edibles from any fucking body. Like and once again, my target audience is like the black community, and I know that a lot of the people in the black community do smoke weed. They like to do their recreation, which is fine. But stop being fucking lazy. Like if you want to get high, if you want to do smoke weed, you want to get fucked up, go somewhere where you know somebody gives a fuck about you being alive. Like go get it from some. I know somebody know goddamn aunt so and so or so and so that's grown their own shit somewhere. Because I mean, come on, everybody smoke marijuana at this point. I know somewhere in the world there's a dispensary somewhere around you, especially in the hot spots where party centers and shit like that, and with Georgia, Florida, California, New York City, you definitely could have found spots in New York City if you want, to get, you know what I mean, because it's legal now. So I don't understand. I don't understand why people are still trusting drug dealers with their lives. Like, I'm tired of seeing people. I don't care how old they is. Like Michael Williams, he was only 54. Middle-aged, relatively a young guy, middle-aged man, doing his damn thing. He was a legend. He was doing so much, and he was a great actor. And for him to go out like that is just so fucked up, because it's just like, who gave him the batch of alleged heroin that he was found with? Y'all, I'm getting more information about his passing. I know that you guys see my briefing on it, but from what I'm reading, they saying that they found him in his kitchen, face down, deceased, and the heroin was sitting on the table where they found him deceased. They're saying that they didn't hear anything from him since Friday, and he was supposed to be at an event on Saturday. Now, I don't know, Michael K. Williams, but from what I've seen as a supporter of his, he seemed like a very socially active, a social butterfly. He was an advocate. He did so much stuff in the community. He was a people person. So it wouldn't make any sense for him to not show up on Saturday. So what it's looking like is that he was actually deceased probably for at least 48 hours before they found him, or more than that, because it's Monday. So he could have been deceased for 72 hours before they found him this afternoon at 2 o'clock. And the messed up thing about it, it was his nephew that found him like that in the house. And it's like, for him to be an actor, I'm not here to judge anybody. If you have a habit, I understand everybody has their own thing, but I would just hope that he would have somebody that he would trust, that would give him the drugs that he wanted without it being poison. Because really, fentanyl is literally poison. It's a potent poison, and you're spraying it on stuff. They saying he was allegedly doing heroin. Then you have other people that mix the fentanyl with the coke, and then we have so many other overdoses that have happened with celebrities or people connected to celebrities that are known to have had drug problems. This is an issue. This is a problem, and I don't know when people plan on waking up. But I just want to understand how many more deaths do we need for everybody to chill out on this drug shit? Because it's everything is okay and cool when you're doing these drugs and smoking and stuff like that and doing shit with random people until you don't wake up. And now your family has to plan an entire funeral all because you couldn't just, and I'm talking about specifically marijuana because I know there's people that do coke too, but talking legally, there's people that do marijuana and they're spraying the marijuana with fentanyl and they dying from it and they putting in the drugs. Like when you got dispensaries everywhere at this point and it's legalized, why do you need to go to a drug dealer to pick up your weed? I don't understand. I don't get it. And I know it's probably some people that's hustlers that's watching me like, oh, she's trying to knock, she's trying to this, and this. I don't care what you do in your personal life. I like to, besides me going on here and talk about the stuff that's already out in the news, in my personal life, I mind my own fucking business. So I don't care what you do. But I am asking you, if you are one of those people, stop trying to kill off your own people. Like, why are you putting fucking fentanyl on weed and putting fentanyl in crack, or cocaine, which is already meant to get you high and messed up? Like, why are you putting fentanyl on this? You're killing your own people. You're killing your own people. There's nothing cute about killing your own people. And people could sit here right now and look at me and say you're being judgmental. No, I'm not. I'm being truthful because I'm tired of seeing. Give me a second. Because I'm getting mad. I'm tired of seeing our black people dying from this shit. Greats dying from this shit. If you feel like you can't function without being high, you need to really go out. I don't know what you need to do. Discover some shit, pray, and try to get off of that shit. Because it's nothing worse than to have a family member or friend find you dead because you decided to get this drug from this person who didn't give a damn about you. And that takes away the celebrity. That takes away all of that shit. Just as a people, is it really worth it? You really feel like it's worth it? I know a lot of you guys have nieces, nephews, kids. Can you fathom your child walking in with you laying face down, dead, because you couldn't just grow your own fucking weed and not pick it up from some random down the fucking street? Your nephew or niece walking in finding you dead because this. Death is a part of life. Yes, I understand that. But it's also preventable. And I'm tired of seeing black greats dying. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all really don't hear me. I'm emotional. I'm emotional. You feel me? Because I'm tired. I'm tired of reporting it. Like, how many more people do we gotta bury for y'all to get it? Like, when is it gonna stop? Because y'all can see the tears in my eyes. And it's not because of these people I don't know. It's for the world, y'all. I'm crying for the world right now. Because I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of having to report it. It's like, when I do my podcast, I don't throw my emotions out there. I don't release stuff like that. But when I get deep into these conversations, I start thinking about stuff. And it's like, why? People bitching, people mad because, oh, they won't legalize marijuana. They want this, and this. And they legalize it. And y'all still want to do this recreational bullshit, these illegal drugs that getting picked up by this random person and getting sprayed with fentanyl. Now you're dead. Do you know how much of fentanyl you need in your system to die from it. Literally a drop of water of it. Like literally. That's how little and so much the body can take of that. And it's used in hospital and is highly monitored. And I get it. The people that I'm watching right now, since I'm a mature audience, you guys are adults and y'all gonna do whatever y'all want to do. But I just feel bad for the people in the family who have to find their loved ones like that. And I'm sure that drugs have affected all of us in some type of way, you know, whether it's a family member or a friend of a friend who's telling you about a family member who's fucked up. You know, it's like we celebrate destroying ourselves. It's like we celebrate destroying ourselves. And my thing is, if you're going to be somebody who's selling drugs to your own community, could you at least not sell them bad fucking drugs, not sell them fucking poison that's gonna kill them and make it so their fucking niece or nephew has to find them dead in their house? Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't want to curse like that. I don't even like cursing. But it's pissed me off. Like, I'm so upset. I'm upset. I'm tired of reporting deaths that is preventable. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I swear, my thing is also is like, we know that when you start off with something, even when you do alcohol, right, you have a tolerance level for it. So if you start off and you don't drink at all, one glass of something will have you fucking drunk, hungover. And over time, if once you do it, you build a tolerance for it, right? And then you feel like, okay, well, one drink ain't enough for me. I need two drinks. Two drinks aren't enough for me. I need three drinks to get fucked up. This, and this. And that's the same thing. That's the pattern when it comes to drugs. And that's the thing that people aren't understanding. Marijuana is a regular ass plant. All this extra shit that they're doing, if you want that extra shit, go to a fucking dispensary where you know the people is not spraying the shit with fentanyl. You know why they're not going to spray the shit with fentanyl? Because they don't want to go to jail, because all their shit is being tracked. So if they know that they went to that dispensary and picked up that marijuana from that particular dispensary, and you go home and you smoke that shit and you die, once they get a toxicology report back, they're going to say, bitch, you're the one that sold it to them. When you're going to a regular drug dealer that has no history, no nothing, still trying to live below the radar when it's fucking legal at this point. Like, I don't understand. I don't know. Like, they don't care about you. They care about getting their money. So if they know that the last time they sent you or gave you some weed or whatever, and you've been doing it for so long, and you've been complaining, oh, it's not getting me high enough, it's not doing this, this, and this. You think that drug dealer is gonna say, damn, I ain't got that fire. Why don't you go down the street and hit up this nigga because he got better weed than me? No, they're not. They're gonna be thinking about, how can I make this sale work for my customer? And instead of them making it work for you, they're gonna get your money and put you in a fucking body bag. That's what they plan on doing. But you're not thinking it like that. You're not thinking it that way, right? Because the first time they're gonna give you a little bit of it. You know, they might just put a little drop of fentanyl in your shit, and you take it, but you don't die because they give you that little pin drop of it. But eventually you are like, that's not enough. I need more. So now they're putting big ass drops of water of that shit in your shit. Then, bitch, you overdose. That's what happens if you fucking die. Like, y'all don't understand how dangerous that shit is. Like, for real. Like, I seen a video of a man who was confiscating fentanyl from somebody because it's illegal. Hi, nice meeting you. You found me on TikTok. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you, and I hope you subscribe. They overdose from that amount of fentanyl in their system, you know? And it's because our bodies are not made to ingest that shit. You know what I mean? They want to keep their customers happy. Like it's like a sales. Like think of it like this. Let's be legal for a second. When you go and buy a car, and you tell a salesman, "Oh, I need a car that's fast. I need a car that's secure. I need a car that could fit at least 8 people in it," and they know that the person down the street, if you are coming in, please hit the thumbs up button because it helps it reach out. And I need to talk to some people for a minute. Like I said, it goes fast. You need 8 people. You gonna say, "Damn, shit, I gotta find an 8-person car." Or I know I'm gonna lose my money. And what they gonna do? They gonna do whatever they can to get that fucking sale. They gonna either try to convince you to go down and lower your standards and say, I ain't got the 7 seater, but I got this 6 seater right here. Can you take it? No. They're like, what else? What can I do? Eventually, they gonna find that 8 seater. Bitch, they might find a 10 seater for you. They're gonna go above and beyond for the customer. And that's the mentality of a drug dealer. If they're trying to sell you some weed and you're coming to them saying, "Bitch, this ain't good enough for me. It ain't hitting the spot no more. I need more." They're poaching it. They're going to drop more of that bullshit in there for you. Ain't going to give you exactly what you want, but not what you fucking want. Like, y'all, this shit be stressing me out. Like, for real. Like, that shit, I seen the pictures from outside Michael K. Williams' apartment in the news, and his family members out there, his nephew out there, just looking stunned. That was enough for me. Like, he had such a great career. He danced for Crystal Waters. He danced for Genuine. He was a great actor, talented man with a good personality, a real good personality. And he cared about his community. You know, he had his own community centers that he was helping people with up until August. He had pictures with Styles P from the Locks. You know, like this man was doing something. And I'm fucking mad. I'm mad that he's dead, you guys. Like I'm upset because it was not. Everybody has a struggle. But who the hell gave him this fucking shit? You know? And that's not me saying, oh, person who's on drugs, they shouldn't take responsibility. But goddamn, do drug dealers care that their customers come back alive to spend more money with them these days? Or they just be like, they just giving it out to people saying another one bites the dust, I guess. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this shit is just so, it's fucking beyond me. And I keep cursing. Look, y'all, I know I don't curse that much. I really don't curse that much. But this particular thing is making me have a little bit of a potty mouth. And I apologize for that because I really don't curse. If you go on my podcast, I don't curse that much. But this is me live in color, and I am still shocked and stunned about this situation, and I'm pissed off, you know, just like fucking over it. And I don't know, did they say DMX also have fentanyl in his system, like trigger like a heart attack or cocaine or something? Like we gotta just stop. And it is crazy because I remember the last performance that Michael K. Williams did was the tribute to DMX, and he was playing DMX, and it's just on the BT Awards, and it's just, y'all, it's too fucking much. Y'all, it's too much. I'm tired of reporting about people's deaths. You go in the shade room, you got him dying, you got Nene Leakes' husband, he's having a funeral because he has passed from cancer. It's just this past week, we got this young lady who was murdered in Texas, who was a socialite, and she got killed. This past week, I'm hearing about the death and stuff that's going on from the hurricanes. Shit been rough. It's really been rough out in these streets. And I'm telling everybody, pray, man. Pray. Call your people. Tell them that you love them. Check on your family members. If you know your family member is struggling, check on them. Check on them. Check on your peoples. You know, and this is like, it's like the second time I'm reading about articles of people being found deceased or their family members saying, oh, I tried to call them and they ain't answered. They're supposed to show up somewhere, but we just gave it a day or two and it's like that. Look, the moment that you have that bad feeling and that person don't contact you and you know they're on top of it, get your ass to their house. Go to their house. Don't deny it. Go straight to their house and figure out what in the hell is going on. Figure out what's going on. Y'all, it's just it's been a lot. It's really been a lot. And I wanted to go on and do a podcast, and I'm going to talk about it on my podcast. But this particular thing, y'all, I'm just winded. Like I said, comedian for Quan Johnson, he died with 3 people of a fentanyl laced cocaine overdose. Like, what type of fuck shit is this? Like, all of these talented men, talented black men, they getting got. You know what I mean? And it's because they can't just shake this damn addiction. And there's millions of people of all races dealing with this same addiction, and they're just getting the light because they have some type of notoriety. But that's all I'm asking y'all. If y'all gotta get high, bitch, I don't know. Somebody had told me that there's ways for you to test drugs to see if it has fentanyl in it. If you want to get high, bring out your inner scientists and start testing that shit before you do. Because if not, you're going to be next to be found like that in your house due to an overdose. Like I said before, people pass on all the time. This is the circle of life. But when I feel like it's preventable, that shit bothers me. I don't like drug overdoses and I don't like murders. And I want to also say a rest in peace to Miss Mercedes Moore, who was killed last weekend by a stalker and by a stalker. She was a social media influencer and she was a model, and she worked the party scene. And basically, allegedly, I seen an interview with her father and her mother, and I don't just report stuff because I want to rush it out. I actually got to watch the half-an-hour interview with her father with ABC 13 about what happened, and he found his daughter deceased on the ground while the stalker was over there and gagging, killing himself because he walked in. This man had that girl in the house dead for over a day because he was obsessed with her. Like, y'all gotta be careful. Like, and that's why I don't come on camera that much, because I know there's some weird ass people out here. And I stayed prayed up, and I paid very close attention to my surroundings. I really don't like to say where I'm living or stuff like that. I'll say where I'm from, but I would not ever say my location and where I live. I don't know. All I know is an update on her case. I did some research, and they said that she had actually had her address mistakenly posted on one of her social media pages. So people are assuming that may have been the reason why he may have found her. I'm going to get an update, found her and was able to stalk her, whatever the situation may be. But I'm still going to look into it and still get more updates on this. But y'all, we have to be careful. We have to be careful outside of the whole drug situation. If you are doing social media work and stuff like that, and that's for me, that's for everybody I know that's out there, and you happen to show your face here and there or whatever, you got to be precautious, pay attention to your surroundings, and watch your fucking self. This job is very dangerous. The thing people don't understand is that when you're reporting news and commentary, when you're reporting gossip, you have people that get in their feelings for you doing something that the big outlets already do. And it's interesting when you're part of the mid-market like I am, or any of the other influencers. I'm not a messy bitch. I actually went to school for this. And not trying to rub my degree in nobody's face, but I am about $80,000 in debt because I went to school for 4.5 years and got my bachelor's degree in media, and communication arts and all that other stuff. So this is my profession, and I put 100% into choosing to be an independent broadcaster because I don't like the limitations that these corporate giants put on us, if you know what I mean. Censorship. I don't like none of that shit. I figured out my own way to survive doing it independent, and I'm doing it independent. I'm going to keep it that way because the news don't report stories like this. They don't report about, social media influencers being just killed and this, and this. They're going to pick up on it once it starts to pick surface or people start pointing fingers like, why aren't you reporting this news? I like finding news that hasn't been found before and bringing it to the people. You know what I mean? And really getting to the bottom and getting to the point of stuff, But yeah, I didn't plan on even being on here this long, but this shit really just been bothering me. I'm tired of hearing about people dying. Like, I just like every 2 seconds. And I don't want y'all, like, of course I got to report the news, but I want y'all to understand that I'm a bright, fun personality. I'm not a depressing ass person. I'm not a person who like to walk around with dark clouds over me. I'm a very happy person. But I know that with the work that I do, I'm not going to always be reporting happy news to everybody. You feel me? And I just want to. But you know what? I'm going to be positive and talk about the fact that Janet Jackson has a documentary, because we need to start giving our legends their flowers. So if you guys don't know, okay, if you guys go on my social media page at DJ Jerica or at the DJ Jerica Pod or at the DJ Jerica Podcast, because I have several channels, you'll see that Janet Jackson actually has a documentary coming out. It's supposed to be coming out January 2022. And it's her talking about her entire life and stuff like that. And I like to see stuff like that because it is an opportunity for us to be able to see and, give flowers to people while they're alive. And that's the point of me saying that. Let's just try to give our flowers to our people while I'm alive. What did I say? Did I say something wrong? I just lost 2 likes. Y'all don't like Janet Jackson? Jeez. I mean, I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, I feel like in general, even if you don't like Janet Jackson, I hope you guys hit the thumbs up button, because this is helping to bring more people in, because the conversation is important. And the stuff that I'm talking about is important, because I feel like everybody needs to hear this, even if they don't want to. So I hope you do put the thumbs up button on this. We need to start giving our legends the flowers while they're here. We need to start showing love to people outside of celebrity. We need to start showing love to our people and our family members while they're here. We need to start checking up on our family members while they're here. The moral of the story is, if you know that you have a family member that you haven't heard from in a day or so, call them, check on them, text them, do something, put some effort into the shit. Let them know that you love them. Because we have accidental deaths that just come out of nowhere. We have all types of stuff that happen, you know. But when you feel like a death was preventable, and it's something like this unfortunate homicide of this young woman, or it's an unfortunate situation that happened with drug overdoses with these other celebrities that happened in the past week, you know, it's just, y'all gotta try. Y'all gotta try. We gotta try, y'all. We gotta try to start showing more love to people. But I appreciate everybody that's coming in here. I hope that if you guys are new or just coming in, you hit the thumbs up button. I had 5 thumbs up. I don't know if they turned into thumbs down. Y'all can do whatever y'all want on this page, on this video. But I just hope that you hit the thumbs up button if you're just coming in, and hit the thumbs up button, because I want people to hear and understand that something's got to change. And it's up to us to help make that change. And it's up to us to start standing up. Oh, shoot. Did I freeze? Oh, great. My freaking thing. Okay, y'all. I'm going to hop off of here. I just froze, but I had a call come in. I got to get off of here, but please share this video. Share this video with your people. If you're in here, share this video, y'all, because this is a discussion that needs to be had. I will be discussing this on episode 63 of my podcast and going in depth. So if you guys can, make sure you guys check out my full podcast. Right now, it's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I prefer you guys putting effort into, of course, going on here to watch the small clips, but check out the full 2 hour podcast, because it's a lot of information that I cannot discuss on YouTube to protect my page. Of course, this is my way of income, so I can't say certain things on here. So I'm very much super censored on here. I'm not even my full self on here. So, I mean, I'm myself, but I'm my edited self, if you know what I mean. So, and it's certain topics I can't really talk about on YouTube, because I'm worried about, my account being flagged or whatever. I mean, I've had celebrities flag my account and all types of stuff, so I know that I'm doing something. But I really want you guys to hear everything else that's happening in the world. So, and it's serious stuff and fun stuff, all types of stuff that goes on in the urban community and music community. So let me know, if you guys are new, comment below. And that's all I ask for you to just give this channel a chance. Check out my podcast. And I just want to send my final RIPs to all the people that we lost in the past week, and especially Michael K. Williams. He was 54. Y'all, please start taking stuff serious. Please, y'all. Take care of yourself and each other. Much love. I'm off.